can prove God exists in 3 minutes.
Okay, I'm down.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use your chain. Let me see your chain. Okay, your chain here. Do you agree that it has a pattern?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you agree that it has a purpose?
Not necessarily.
So why is it on your neck?
Looks nice. Actually, I'll take that back. You're right. It does have a purpose.
That
It's
is a
from my nan. It reminds me of my nan. Yeah.
That's an amazing purpose, and it's something that has meaning towards it.
Yeah.
Does it have a design?
Oh yeah, I'd say it.
Have you seen the designer?
Yeah, I've seen the design.
Have you seen the designer?
Oh no, I've not seen the designer. No.
But you believe it's designed?
I believe it was designed. Yeah.
Well, how did you come to that conclusion?
Because it exists. It's in my hand. I can feel it.
Good. Are you more complex in design or the chain?
Oh, I'm way more complex than the chain. Yeah.
So my argument is, if you are more complex in design, you require a designer. You have a purpose. Yes? You have a specific pattern as well. Yes? Like your eye, your fingerprint doesn't match my fingerprint. So my argument is, if your mere chain, an inanimate object, has a designer, has a purpose, you haven't seen the designer but you believe there is a designer, you are far more complex in design. You are made out of DNAs, which has 3 billion letters. 6 billion individual letters. Well, they do 3 billion.
3 billion pairs.
3 billion pairs.
All right.
And DNA has information.
Okay.
Information requires intelligence.
It does. Yeah.
So we say that is God.
Fair enough.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Your eye colour is linked to your DNA.
Yep.
I heard. Yeah. There was a genetic mutation way back when blue eyes came about.
But genetic mutation, what we say is targeted mutation.
Targeted mutation.
Yes, meaning that, for example, Dennis Noble talks about this, is that before, like Richard Dawkins and the rest, they will believe in random mutation. We don't believe in randomness, because if you look in science, for example, or anything, there are no randomness. If I flip a coin today, the only reason we say heads or tails is because we don't know all the factors that's involved for it to be heads or tails. So therefore, we believe there's targeted mutation.
Okay.
So there's reason, like Dennis Noble, if you look into it, he talks about this, that when he was looking into the cell, yes, in the cell there's a membrane around it. Around the membrane, through there's the nucleus.
Okay.
So there's something called tubulins.
Yeah.
Tubulins are little like creatures carrying information to the nucleus.
Right.
So what that means is your external factors, what happens on the outside. For example, your brain and way it absorbs the information, it carries that back to the nucleus.
Okay.
And from there, it decides. For example, if you are standing in the cold, yes, and your body realizes the temperature is always cold. What it does is it will start activating, meaning, for example, it will look for ways of keeping you warm.
Yeah.
This might be that you might become more hairy, argument say.
Okay,
exactly.
yeah. Right.
So what we're saying is that there's intelligence, there's cognitive beings in you that are making decisions. So we say it's targeted, not random.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So is that in relation to like, evolution in general as well?
Yes, so we say that even if you put evolution into the picture, we say that it all goes, and the credit goes back to God. Because if we say there was the first cell, and through that first cell millions or billions of species came to be, that means there was a coding in that cell that brought about all of this, which the credit goes back to God.